Hello everybody, you got the Hobby Drifter here again. It is the early hours of Thursday, July 29th, 2021, here in dark Tokyo, Japan. And I got a new thing. This bag is from a bookstore called Kuma Book, otherwise known in Japanese as Kumazawa. And take a look at this bag that it comes in. This is the bag that they gave me at the store. There's no handle, there's nothing. It's just a paper bag holding the book. It's completely useless. See how many locations? They have so many locations. I got an email from Takara Tomy saying that they had a new book that was released today. Seemed interesting, so I went on my lunch break at work and I grabbed it. So you want to see it? So, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, this is the Transformer fan book for 2021. It's a very thin magazine-style book, and I, and most other adult fans, probably wouldn't buy it, except for that it comes with two exclusively repainted Transformers Easy Collection figures. Now this is a MOOC, which means it's going to be on shelves for a while. It has an MSRP of 1,200 yen after tax, which is about 11 or 12 US dollars. Comes in this, comes wrapped in this little, plastic film to keep the thing inside, which is again the thing that most people are buying this for, inside. So let's get it open and see what we got. Okay, so main event. Here is a set of it's Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Optimus Prime is in basically his G1 colors, whereas Bumblebee is in this weird reverse black and white color scheme. This really takes me back. Like when right around the time I came to Japan back in 2006 and prior, magazines like Figure King did these like amazing promotions where the new issue of this $10 or $12, $15 magazine would include some really cool Transformers stuff. Like there was, I think it was an issue of Dengeki Hobby included a set. It was like a reproduction box of the Megatron versus Optimus Prime, Megatron versus Convoy VSA gift set, but using the world's smallest Transformers, but in an exclusive, paint job. Or there was the for the KT figure collection, there was the Optimus Prime sleep mode, which was like everyone calls it the Ultra Magnus repaint, but really it's like Dead Optimus Prime or like Hate Plague Optimus Prime. And like they've done a bunch of things like this. Like there was the Kero Kero Starscream. There was they've done a few of these from these the Transformer fan books from a few years ago. But this is cool, seeing like the little cardboard box with the figures inside. I'll get to that, of course. But yeah, here's the fan book itself. It's a very thin book, and it's basically it's totally for kids. It's completely for kids, and it's there's these little comic book pages. This is the first time I'm seeing any of these. It's cool. You've got the space. Okay, that's going on my Twitter with Grimlock biting Optimus. I don't really have the time to translate the little comic strip, but I will eventually. But there's like mazes. Here's, the War for Cybertron Prime. This is kind of cool. Follow the line to match the vehicle mode to the robot mode. Some really nice. Yeah, I'm really zoomed in here. I'm really hoping to avoid the copyright strike from Kodansha. Okay, so this is cool. Again, these will be shown in full on my Twitter account if you want to follow me at Hobby Drifter. And it's just a bunch of puzzles. This is made for young kids, like really young kids. That's one of the things that always kind of got me. Was like when I grew up in the U.S. As a fan of stuff, and I was always told like how mature and like adult Japanese cartoon series were, but really it's just they're all for kids, but there's just a slightly different. No, there's Volcanicus, but it's a different thing. Like Japanese kids cartoons don't really have as much a problem with violence, whereas U.S. cartoons sometimes do. But I mean, this is for young kids, and I say that not necessarily meaning it to be taken at face value. It's for young kids, but it's also for young kids whose parents are big Transformers fans. And to not to put too fine a point on it, but it's also for fans my age who just want the exclusive toy that comes with it. And again, I'm sorry for the angle of some of these things. I'm just really trying not to get that copyright strike while showing what's in here. And there's it's cool, like coloring page. How to draw Bumblebee. It's fun. These companies are kind of notorious for how to how to transform your exclusive figures here. But yeah, they do like to kind of bring the hammer down again. So it's very cheap. It's very flimsy magazine. But let's take a look at why most people are either going to buy this, have bought this, or are going to import this. Now, it is taped. It is actually taped. There was a time when Transformers figures weren't. They weren't taped basically at all, and that has changed. Which it's weird. Like video games and toys didn't come sealed because theft wasn't really as much of an issue. But it's cool. It's got this book style packaging. Let's open it up. And inside we've got, there we go. This is very similar to the Bumblebee figure that came with some of the first releases of the 2007 Michael Bay Transformers movie. Doesn't have the gold highlights, but it's goldish paint, yellow paint. And the other is the ever popular Easy Collection Optimus. It's in like anime type colors. It's very, very simple. There's no stripe here like in some of the earlier ones. So you know what? Yeah, I could be like, oh, I'm gonna sell these. I'm gonna sell these to a third party. But you know what? I'm just gonna open them. I'm just gonna show you what's in here. Here's Optimus Prime. This was such a cool figure when it came out back in like 2007. I think it was the first time. It was released in G1 colors, what they generously referred to as G2 colors. It's a nice looking figure here. This is totally different from the colors that it's been released in before. Let's see if I can get this transformed without messing it up. Yeah, it's got the similar it's very similar to the old timey G1 Optimus thing. It obviously doesn't have the hands that come in through the sides here, but it's I got to give it credit. It's got the really tough joints. It's cool here. Instead of having the hands come out here, it's just it's a swivel. And this time, unlike in previous versions, the center part is like a really dark gray or a black color. So it is immediately different from the previous versions that have been released, and there have been several versions released of this before. The paint is a little bit thick. Like, it seems like there's some paint spreading here. It's got a cool looking thing for the. I think this is the first time we've seen yellow eyes on this mold. So I guess it's going. I suppose I could have just actually read like what the reasoning for this was, but yeah, it's very different from what has come before. It's very unique. Different shades of red, different shades of blue. The grayish color on the windows here. Very unique, very interesting in the presentation. I probably would have happily paid $12 to get just this. It's a cute little figure. And then we got Bumblebee. I've owned so many versions of this model of Bumblebee. It's got a very simple transformation. You pop out the legs, pop out the arms. Although a little bit different. The arms do pop out this way before folding the torso down thus ways, and then folding the arms down like so. Kind of similar to the transformation of Easy Collection Jazz, and you can see the Cars logo here is specifically painted, so it is licensed. So you've got cartoon-ish Optimus, movie-ish Bumblebee. You got the cool little. I'm sure that this little set is going to show up in secondhand stores now for 20 years or more. And this fun little activity book. It's a good deal. After all these especially the last few years where Transformers Generations books have an MSRP of $40 per book. $40 for each Generations book. I think it was 40 plus for the Beast Generations book. This is a fantastic deal. You get 2 exclusive cute Transformers figures. You get the fun activity book. It's got that wonderful Japanese aesthetic where it just every square inch of this thing is covered in either text or graphics. There's tons of little stuff in here. There's Starscream hiding in there. There's manga and more in here. And if you're gonna want to check out what the manga says, I'll be uploading this to Twitter at Hobby Drifter in the near future. This is great. This is freaking cool. If you can get this for anywhere near the price that is it's being offered for 1,200 yen, under $12. I see absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is a fantastic little thing, which I didn't even know existed until I got an email on my way to work from Takara Tomy. So I'm on my way to work, and I'm just like, it's going to be a day of work, and it's like, boom, you got an email. Hey, there's this Transformers thing. You got 2 little figures and an activity book for $12. I was like, hoo, yeah, lunch break. Yeah, this going to be mine. It's great. So if you have a chance to pick it up, if you might be interested in it, check it out. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, again, plug in the Twitter hard today. Hobby Drifter, at Hobby Drifter. Thank you very much for checking this out. Take care, and happy hobbying.